So you've had a blood test and it's come back saying that you are high in potassium, which happens more commonly than you are aware. And the concerning and confusing thing is you've been given a list of items to not eat, and some of them are healthy. So you simply, like bananas are there, and you simply don't understand why you have to stop eating things that are healthy, right? I mean, I get that don't eat Coke and junk food, but bananas and other things that are in the item in your list that are healthy. So while it is important that you consider alleviating the work of your body right now while it levels the potassium levels, more importantly is, why is this happening to you? Why is the potassium high in your case? And in traditional Chinese medicine, we are taught that it is because there is a kidney imbalance. And there is a glandular imbalance at the level of the adrenal glands. So let's take a look at those and see how we can strengthen the kidneys, strengthen the adrenals, because if we address the root, then we wouldn't have potassium imbalances, right? So kidneys, one of the things that can affect them is dehydration. So I'm not drinking enough water. And it's not just water, but water that has minerals. And that's why you'll hear me a lot say that it's not just the water you're bringing in, but also is it water that has minerals? And our water supply today doesn't have it, so we have to depend on it. And one of the best ways I like to do it is with the soul drinks. So Vital, Excel, Renew, Cinemate, any of those will actually give you what you need in terms of minerals. So number one, check and see that you're not dehydrated, or work on that. You don't have to go run and get tested. Just work on being hydrated with the right minerals coming in and the right intake of liquid, obviously. Two, how are you emotionally? Because the kidneys are out of or are affected or depleted, or there's an imbalance in them when the emotion, fear, weakens them. So in our kidneys, the emotion that gets stored and makes them weaker is fear. So is there something that you're facing or that you have faced in your life, because this can go back to traumas, where you have experienced this emotion of fear, and maybe you just kept it inside of you and you didn't let this energy in motion, you didn't let it move out of your body. So that could be it too. And that's why we recommend so much aromatherapy, where we use essential oils. And you'll notice that all these things are very related to the program, where we speak of having the drinks and having the aromatherapy come in, because now you can use these essential oils and help move these emotions out of your body. So keep in mind that emotional things will affect your kidneys, causing them to not work as they do and result in this high potassium diagnosis. Also, we said that your adrenal glands. So what would affect your adrenal glands? Well, the adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys. And when you have been very stressed, been running like on high alert all day, that creates a stress on the adrenal glands, which in turn affect the kidneys. And so now, again, we have something else that affects the kidneys. So how can we deal with that? Well, that's stress. So how can I process stress or address it or face it more correctly so that I'm not running on high alert all the time? That's another reason why these 4 drinks and Soul will be so beneficial to you, and a Soul program will be beneficial too. But life is full of stressful situations. Good stress, bad stress, it still affects us, and it will create these results in the numbers when we go get tested. So consider having that as well. What else can affect our kidneys? Our eating habits. So how are we eating? Because if we're not eating correctly, and a lot of the stuff we're eating is boxed, microwaved, instant food, fast food, then again, we're going to have a serious imbalance in our kidneys. The colon isn't going to work the way it should. And if the colon doesn't work as it should, it's going to create a burden in our kidneys as well. So my next question would be, how are your bowel movements?
Found this on the web.
It's important that you work on the bowel movements to make sure that they work as they should. And then of course, your kidneys will work as they should as well. So it's always very interesting to me how when we get a diagnosis and it says you're high in this, we're looking to, okay, how do I lower? And how do I stop eating the things that make me high in that? But it's not just that, it's all the other things related. It's your emotional aspect, it's the organ, in fact, that needs to be addressed. And so all these things will be addressed in the Improve Your Health program. You'll help address your body on what's out of balance, on the toxins when the colon doesn't work as it should, and just on nutrition, because you need the appropriate nutrition so that the kidneys work as they should. So this program will actually help you focus on the root of the problem and not just go with the symptom. And that will always result in better health for you. And the person who shared this video with you can show you how you can turn those numbers around, but addressing the most important part, which is the root.